Okay, our next concept in the last one of the applications is on Flash. And the first thing that we want to be familiar with in terms of Flash is our terminology. If we go to class discussions again, we can pull up this handout. This is actually the long Flash handout where it had a lot of data before the particular image that I'm looking at right here. So again, it's under class discussions. I scroll down near the bottom and I will see the Flash intro. Here it is, Flash intro long handout. When I scroll to the bottom of that long handout, one of the things that I get is a picture of the workspace in Flash. So I have the stage, which is the area that people are going to see in my published animation. I have this area around it called the pasteboard, and I can actually use that pasteboard area if I want an object to come onto the stage or go off of the stage. I can utilize that area for drawing. I see that an animation is made up of individual frames. Right now I only have one frame, but what happens with an animation is the frames are just played one after another in a way that simulates movement. So when I am playing this animation, this pink playhead would scroll down across the frames that are playing at that time. Right, so we've got our terminology. We should be able to have a broad calculation of, how long something is. If I were to know the frame rate and the number of frames that I had, I should be able to calculate the amount of time that the animation is going to play. Let's say, for example, I had a frame rate of 10. That means that I'm showing 10 frames per second, and I have, let's say I have 30 frames. So I'm playing 10 frames per second, and I have 30 frames. I know that my animation is only going to be 3 minutes. The other thing that we should be familiar with are our file types, the FLA and the SWF. The FLA is the editable file, and the SWF is the file that is published into our website. If you scroll up in this Flash long handout, I do talk about both the FLA, our native file format open in Flash, that's our editable file, and the SWF. The SWF file is what's ready to be incorporated into our website. The next thing that we should be familiar with is tweening. Tweening is faster than using a frame-by-frame animation. When I tween, I end up with a smaller file size. All I do with the tween is I define the first frame and the last frame, and the computer takes care of all the frames in between. You might be wondering what I flipped over to. If you actually stay under class discussions and you click on, it's down towards the end because I just uploaded this one today actually, Flash review slides. These are the slides that I showed you all when we were, oops, sorry, I didn't realize I had it on a tripod there. The Flash review slides are the one that I'm looking at here. Moving forward, we should be familiar with our audio formats. This is also under class discussions. You should be able to find the audio files and Flash handout. When we open this up and we scroll down to the bottom, we see explanations of the WAV file as well as the MP3, and we should know some basic characteristics of those when we might use one over the other. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, let's see what else meant to close that one. What else we wanted to look at? Layers, that concept of layers, just like we talked about with fireworks. We should, have a general understanding of what layers are and how that can be beneficial. And I already talked about the stage versus pasteboard, so I think we're actually done with the Flash component. So to review those, we want to again go under class discussions, and we want to grab that Flash long handout, audio files in Flash, as well as the Flash review slides. All those three, Flash review slides down at the bottom, those three can help us get together our Flash material.